下一位是台湾的昭慧法师。
From Japan, she is from Taiwan. Yes, sorry, from Taiwan. Yes, Taiwan. She is a professor and the chair of the Religious and Culture Department of Shuang University. And she has led a number of nationwide social movements, including founding the Life Conservation Association in Taiwan. And also she served as the president of the same organization. And this has facilitated the legislation of Wildlife Conservation and Animal Protection Act. And she has, to her credit, 34 books and 81 articles in journals. So today she would be speaking on the interpretation of the original text of 8 Deferential Rules. Yes, Venerable Shi Chao.
Respectable venerables, dear Dharma sisters and brothers, and ladies and gentlemen, I'm so honored to be invited by the organizers of this conference to present my paper here. The title of the article I present is The Interpretation of Original Text of the 8 Deferential Rules, that is Atthagaruddhama. Next. The 8 Deferential Rules frame a far-reaching and inescapable so-called gender order that manifests in various forms of ritual and gathering in Buddhism. This drove Buddhism to become an obsolete religion that extremely discriminates against females. Next. Please, next. Therefore, in 2001, at a large academic conference, we launched a Buddhist gender equality movement in Taiwan. I invited 2 bhikkhus, 2 bhikkhunis, 2 lay people, and 2 female lay people to tear up a Garudama one by one and publicly tear them up in front of the global media. Since then, Atthagaruddhama has been abolished or ignored by many Taiwanese Bhikkhuni Sangha. Next. As a Bhikkhuni who studies Buddhist philosophy academically, I have witnessed firsthand all kinds of harm that patriarchal views have caused female and even male Buddhist practitioners. I have long researched and checked the harm of patriarchy on Buddhist practitioners and have published a book dedicated to this subject. That is 千载成营, Intonation for thousands of years, Buddhist feminist thought for a new century. Next. This book investigates the root causes and development of this problem and analyzes it academically. Since my book was originally written in Chinese, in this essay, I hope to share my interpretation and analysis based on scriptural and historical context with you all. Next. I cannot give a comprehensive explanation of the inconsistency, unfairness, and all sorts of absurdities of Atthagaruddhama in 10 minutes. So I can only give a summary of examples below. For example, I personally often suspect that the rule below could be the main contributor to the near extinction of the Theravada and Tibetan Buddhist Bhikkhunis lineage. Next. The rule is any woman who wish to be a fully ordained bhikkhuni must get trained in 6 disciplines for 2 years. Then she must get higher ordination from both bhikshus and bhikshuni sangha. There is no reason for bhikshunis to want to stop ordained new members or stop their bhikshuni lineages. For why would they want to reduce their own membership? Next. Nonetheless, bhikshus can refuse to form a group of 10 members to verify the qualification of female applicants. This would prevent women from joining the Bhikkhuni Sangha due to failure to complete the entire official ordination procedure. As a result, as existing members of each Bhikkhuni Sangha slowly pass on, in less than 2 decades, Bhikkhuni Sangha around the world could disappear. Next. What was initially intended as a positive support for the Bhikkhuni Sangha has turned into a convenient weapon for repressing the growth of their sanghas. Over thousands of years, this is one of the most regrettable situations we have witnessed in Buddhist communities. Therefore, I often express empathy for the female Theravada and Tibetan novices and the women of 8 or 10 precepts. Those people who oppose the continuation, the sustainability of Bhikkhuni's lineage, some of which are already broken with trivial excuses of the Buddha's teachings, particularly break their vows. The reason the Buddha instated any vow was to prolong the continuation of the right Dharma. But these bhikkhus are doing the opposite, making it impossible for the other half of the world's population to maintain the Buddhist inner disciplines. This is my conclusion. Today, human civilization is constantly progressing in place where equality and mutual respect are highly valued. Secular societies have moved toward an all beings are equal sentence, but parts of the Buddhist world are lagging behind. These communities instead deter the progress toward gender equality. At the same time, this regulation also hindered the development of Buddhism. Modern civilized women with a sense of gender equality do not like to receive this differential treatment, so they stay away from Buddhism. In Buddhism, no rule can contradict the 10 benefits and 10 root vows that are fundamental to the Sangha establishment. The purpose of this is to support the right Dharma so that Buddhist inner discipline may abide in the world. The 10 root rules of the precepts are the foundation for this. Any rule, as long as it's instituted for a specific time or environment, may be transgressed due to changing times and places. And any rules that is contradictory to the fundamental rules should be nullified. As a result, I firmly believe that we should make a conscious choice to revise our monastic system based on the Dharma principles of asserting the equality of all human beings. Okay. This choice is based on the wisdom of interdependence, impermanence, and selflessness, and could help deconstruct the male chauvinism that still persists in the Buddhist world today. If this could happen, it would provide equal opportunities for both female and male practitioners to reach their ultimate pursuit of liberation mind. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Venerable Professor Shi, for your wonderful presentation. Now, actually, we are late by, still we are late by about 15 minutes. So, however, I think before tea break, we would like to have some questions to give opportunity to some couple of questions. So please, there are two mics. The Karishurvene, Tua Nangi Yuvina, Tanda Sunshe Nangi Ka Tukutulia, Tua Nangi Yuvina, de Tanda Mike the Choinilia Yu, or Di Tolia Dinarona, Continarona. There are two mics standing on two sides. So please, if you have questions or comments or anything like that, please come forward. Please introduce yourself, and the question should be as brief as possible, not without any explanation or details. Please, yes.
Tashdile, thank you very much, Gela, for the opportunity. My name is Karma Children and I'm from Malaysia. I have a question for the only Bhikshuni on stage. This is regarding the Atta Garu Dharma. Just wanted to ask you a very simple question. Do you think that the Buddha actually promulgated these 8 Garu Dharmas, or was it a later addition? As Buddhism became, the nuns, the Bhikshunis order became more and more advanced, so these rules were a later addition. So that's all my question is. Thank you.
Yeah.
I try my best to express my opinion in English because English is not my mother language, so I cannot fluently and fully to express my opinion. I don't think that the Atta Garu Dharma was established by the Buddha. Yeah. And I write many papers to analyze about this opinion. For example, one of the Atta Garu Dharma is said that all bhikkhunis cannot blame bhikkhus. And I think that it's no problem that every bhikkhu and bhikkhuni cannot blame any people. So it's not only for the bhikkhunis. And so I think that it's invade rules. And another opinion is, another example is the Buddha's aunt, Gautami. Once the Bhikkhuni Sangha invited the two bhikkhus to give the training, the Dharma talk. But the 6 bhikkhus talked nonsense. And Gautami is a very cannot, think it's not suitable, so she argued to the Buddha. And the Buddha had not stopped her to talk about the bhikkhu's mistake. And he called the bhikkhus and asked the situation, all the situation. Then he blamed the bhikkhus. So we cannot say that bhikkhunis cannot talk about the bhikkhu's mistake. Even the lay people, lay women can tell the Sangha what they see, they hear, or they suspect the bhikkhu's mistakes. Why bhikkhunis cannot do so? So many examples in my papers. I just explain and respond for this. Okay?
Thank you. So, is there any other question? Yes, please. This has to be the last question because we are running short of time. Actually, the next session has to be here at 3 o'clock. So it is just 7 minutes to 3. So please go ahead.
Yes, respected venerables, thank you so much for this wonderful opportunity and conference. My question is also inspired by Bhikkhuni's wonderful paper, and since we're talking about Buddhism in the 21st century, I was a little bit shocked also to see no woman on the stage this morning, and to only see one woman on the stage now, where women make up 50% of the world's population and are a real expression of love and compassion and wisdom. So my question would be addressed to the organizing Rinpoches, how to bring more balance into Buddha Dharma, especially on a higher level like sitting on a stage. Thank you so much.
Yes, Honorable. This is, you could not hear, right?
Yeah, I cannot.
So can you come forward, please, and be brief with your question? She could not hear, Venerable.
Yes, but the
question is to her.
No,
right?
the question was to you. The question was
to
inspired
me?
by her. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Please come. I could not hear you.
Okay, so I was wondering.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for this wonderful conference. But inspired by her talk, I was surprised to see only one woman on stage today, and in the morning there was no woman on stage at all. And we are in the 21st century. We are in the 21st century. Women make up 50% of the world's population, and women are a natural expression of love and compassion in union with wisdom.
Please, yes.
So how can we, in the common years, have a more equal gender spread on stage as well?
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So I think this question goes to the organizers, not to the chairperson. So I will report this to the organizers. Thank you very much. So with this, I thank each of the presenters and speakers for their deliberation and wonderful presentations. This shows itself that the issues which are addressed with diversity, and we can say in a way at the global level, the diversity can be seen, and also geographically they come from all different kinds, the parts of the world. So Buddhism really, in this very particular session, we can see the diversity and plurality and addressing the issues of different types. So with this, I really thank each of the speakers. Thank you very much. And also the presence of His Eminence, Changzi Choji Rinpoche, being here for the whole session, I would like to express my gratitude for his presence.